Hello and welcome to RC Birds, and thanks for stopping by. This time I show you the Reely Mini Freemen. It's a 4-wheel driven 1x16 scale crawler. And believe it or not, it only costs $19 for the grey version and $29 for the black one. Yes, you heard it right. The German electronic company Conrad offers them, but you can get them also on eBay. There these cars cost a few euros more, but you have lower shipping fees. I don't like eBay, so I invested around 5 euros for the shipping, and that's still a good offer. I put a link to Conrad into the description of this video. So here the Reely Mini Freemen is. The box is kept very simple and only the front has a print with the car and its specs. Inside the box there is a car, the transmitter, a charger, the manual, a sticker sheet and also the batteries for the transmitter. So it's a real RTR. I have to say some details before I get to the car. First, the manual is written in German, English, French and Dutch. Nothing unusual in it, but one point I found. The running battery is permanently installed inside the car and cannot be removed. A weathered modeler for sure can do this. Even point 5.5 of the manual states this. But in point 5.6 it says you should remove the battery if the car will not be used for a longer time period. So I'm not sure what to do. Second, you get a 3-channel radio. It feels very good and one-hand driving is possible without stretching the thumb. Beside the usual steering wheel, throttle trigger and switch for the lights, you can dual-rate the throttle on 50, 75 or 100%. But even on 100%, the car isn't so fast, so I see no need for beginners to set this down. The steering has the most adjusting switches. A reverser at the backside of the transmitter, and at the front, a knob for the steering radius and one for the trim. Third and my last point before I get to the car, for the USB charger they found a cool solution. At the rear of the car there is a socket for it, and it looks like an exhaust pipe. That's a nice eye for the details. So now for the periphery, let's get to the car. It has a Lexan body which is painted on both sides. Outside is the color you choose on purchasing. Inside it's black. That's great if the car gets scratches. You still have a painted body and it looks more realistic. The stickers are already put on the body. They're kind of loveless attached. I can understand it, but for $90 you cannot expect more. But if Reely wants to save some money in the production, they should let the customers put on the stickers. I think even beginners would be fine with this. A few accent stickers are still left on the sheet, but I leave my Freeman as it is. The look is okay, even for a few meters away. And hey, $19. The body is classical fixed by 4 clips, so let's remove it and see what's under it. The Freeman comes along very cleaned up. The battery sits in a closed-up compartment and all wires are sorted. The power switch is reachable from underneath of the car. It also has a light. If it's on, the car is ready and bind it to the transmitter. On chargings, the light blinks slowly. Nice detail on this configuration. For normal, you don't have to remove the body to use a Mini Freeman. All mechanical parts are made out of plastic, but at this size it has a good strength. Even for, you guess it, $90. Each one of the straight axles is mounted on a 2-link suspension that limits the flex of the car. The Freeman has 4-wheel drive with no differentials. The steering is proportional and the servo is mounted into the chassis frame. The shocks are just friction dampers, but work fine. Not too floppy and not too stiff. And not to forget the $90. I hadn't disassembled mine, but it looks as if the Freeman is only equipped with plastic bushings. The tires are glued to the rims, aren't vented and feel very soft. I cannot feel if there's foam inside. There is an urban legend. It might be not right, but also wouldn't harm if you believe it. It seems as if the manufacturer screwed the wheel nuts a little bit too tight and squeezes the bushing. You can loosen the lock nuts a little bit and stop before the wheels get sloppy on the axles. This should improve the propulsion power getting to the wheels and more precise throttle reaction. Take it as a maintenance tip. About the motor I couldn't find any informations. It's a small brush one. The car has a receiver ESC combo. One interesting thing is there's no classical drag brake, but if you are on an inclined plane, just tip on reverse and the car holds its spot. Unusual, but as long as you only have to tip on it, it's quite easy to learn. Everything's kept easy and simple. And did I already mention $90? Fiat is a Mini Freeman with a 3.7 volt 1S 500 mAh battery. The manual states a range of 80 meters for the radio signal. Over the 3rd channel, the lights can be switched on and off. So this is everything you need to know about the car. Now let's take it out.
The little wheels spinning in the dirt, oh yeah. Tiny motors roaring, we don't care. Climbing rocks, defying gravity. Small small but mighty, you can't compete. Little RC crawler, tearing up the ground. Big fun, small package spinning all around. RTR, ready to roll, let's play. RC birds have fun all the day. Budget-friendly thrills, yeah, we're the kings. No need for fancy, just the joy it brings. Tackle trails, the mud, the sand, remote in my hand, I command. Beep, beep, over hills we soar. Tiny ties, but they crave much more. RTR warriors, bold and free. Who knew small could feel so beastly? Little RC crawler, tearing up the ground. Small package spinning all around. RTR, ready to roll, let's play. RC birds have fun all the day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My resume is, I really cannot complain because of the 19 euros. It's a fine car for the price. You cannot expect a high-end crawler, but for trailing it's great. This seems to be the curse of these cars. Okay, Axial and FMS had proven that a good crawler can be at a scale of 1/24. But not for, let me here say it, 19 bucks. Easy to use and the light-weighted body prevents it from rolling over. One thing I don't like is the size of the car. It's labeled as a 1/16 scale, but with a length of 25.4 centimeters, I would rather say it's more kind of 1/20. Although I'm not a fan of the attached stickers, I also know there are many out there who don't like to apply stickers. So I take the Mini Freeman as it is. I had my fun, and at Conrad there are still some more Mini Freemans in stock. If you like to get one, you shouldn't wait too long. I take the announced price as a market launch price, and even if the price doubles later, it's still fair for this little car. This time I'm really curious about your comments, so feel free to ask me. I thank you for watching, and as always, please like, share and subscribe. This will really help me out. See you soon on RC Birds.
I see birds flying high, cars that roar and engines cry. From cold slow to speed runs fast, moments building, memories last.